Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a special video I have going on today. It's going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile of the Nekroz deck, and I have it right here. It's all set up, 15 card extra deck and then 40 card main deck. And sorry I haven't made a video in a little bit while. Summer's been going really better lately, and I've been trying to adjust more to making videos, so soon you should be seeing a lot opening like always. And I should have it saved on my computer, so I'm going to upload that too. So don't worry, guys, it's all coming up soon, and soon the giveaway for the Elemental Hero will be done, and hopefully you guys, one of you has a really good chance of winning at it. Just make sure we get those 150 likes, and I'll put the link of that video in the description below, so you can go check that out if you haven't, and that's about it. And then we got the Nekroz of Valkyrus right here. This is like the top guy of the deck, top beater, really beast card, probably the most expensive. And his effect is pretty simple. When a opponent's monster goes in attack, you can banish one Nekroz card from your graveyard, discard this card, negate the attack, and end the battle phase. Or the best effect, during your main phase, you contribute 2 monsters from your hand on each side of the field and draw the same cards. Gets all the cards to your hand. Nekroz of Trishula. This card is just, it's Trishula right here, beast card, and then when it's ritual summoned, you can banish 3 cards from your opponent hand, field, and graveyard, 1 of each. So it's really awesome. It's limited to 1. And then we got Nekroz of Brionac, and then when this you could target 2 face-up monsters on the field that were special summoned, and then shuffle them into the extra deck. So pretty awesome card in case you need to get this guy out when your opponent has lots of special summon cards. There's your top 3 right there. Bomb card, awesome. And then we got a Nekroz of Decisive Armor, and you could target 1 set card your opponent controls, destroy it. If you do, banish it. Decisive Armor. You'll see how to get all these guys out if you don't know yet. Nekroz of Decisive Armor again. Really bum card, probably just a beater tank right here, 33. And then Klaustos is just to discard him and get 2 different cards to your hand, whatever you need at a certain time. He's really good for that. And then we got 2 Cadisters. Cadister, his effect is you can only use this effect, blah blah blah. At the end of the damage step, if a Nekroz card that controls battles face a monster, will special summon from the extra deck to destroy that monster. He's just a bonus help to keep your monsters alive. And then this card's also limited to 1 Nekroz of Unicorn. When this card must be ritual summoned, blah blah blah. You can only use this effect once. Negate the effect of all face-up monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck. He just negates everything. If you ever need to if you're doing like a tank beater against Cosmos, you get out Decisive Armor and Unicorn. Bam. And then we'll go off to the more normal monsters that need to get you these Nekrozes to your hand. We have 3 modules of 10,000 hands, 2 super and 1 common. I thought the super looked really cool, so I only bought 2 because I had an extra common. These guys, when they're normal summoned, they get things to your hand. That's their use. They're awesome. They're gonna keep your deck running. And then we got 2 Princess of the Nekroz. Now this card is she's just one of those cards that gets cards to your hand also, and then she could be tributed for one of the level 4s, like this guy right here. So she's really useful. She serves her purpose. And then just for a balance ratio, I do 2 Great Sorcerer of the Nekroz, and then if this card's tributed, you can add 1 spellcast or Nekroz from your deck to your hand. They're all really useful just for getting cards right to your hand. That's their main purpose in the deck. And you can even go to rank 4s, but you're rarely gonna go to rank 4s. And then Gishki Shadows. This guy, he acts as a full number count for one of these Nekrozes. So you want to use Gishki Shadow to pop out Brio, you can do that. You want to do it to pop out a Val, you could do that. Gishki Shadow acts as a full requirement. So that's why I run 3 of him, and he's a level 4. So he still plays a more useful purpose as level 4, better than Gishki Shadow. Gishki, what is it? That level 2. He's also tribute, but this one plays a better level. And then 3 MSTs just to make things faster. I would put in Twin Twisters, but with this deck, you can't afford to be losing cards in your hand in a certain situation. You got your 2 Cycles, your 2 Mirrors, and your 2 Kaleidoscopes. The way these work is the Kaleidoscopes, they do cards from the extra deck, so I'll show you combos with those. You can use cards from the extra deck as the requirement tribute. And then for Mirror, you can use cards from your graveyard or hand. And then for Cycle is like a thing that keeps getting them back to your hand over and over. Tribute a monster from your hand or the field. That's a normal one. And then if you control a monster, you banish this card, add 1 Nekroz monster from your graveyard, add 1 Nekroz spell card from your deck. Gets more things to your hand. They all play a certain role. This one's for easier summonings, and this one's for getting things to your hand. It's still it's like a balanced combo of 2-2-2-2. That's why I run 2 of each of those. Then next is Maria of Greed. This is just in case you really are unhappy with your hand. You just shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand to your deck and then draw 3 cards. So you use this, and let's say you're just really, you want some better cards, and you drew into a princess and a sorcerer, but you have like no Nekrozes. You're like, okay, well, I don't want these 3, but I drew these 3. I shuffle them, take these 2 out. This goes to grave, shuffle it, get 3 more monsters out. So you put in 3, you get 3 back. So you get everything you wanted back. That's why I run just 1 of that. This is just in case emergency. You'll rarely have to be in that type of situation, but that's in case you need it. Pot of Duality, not a very useful card, but damage situations you might need it just to get something to your hand and survive until next round, and I think you could do that really easily with certain traps. Dark Hole, just to make sure you destroy everything, wipe it out before you summon. Enemy Controller, this is great for using your opponent's monsters as the tributes, depending on what level they are. It could be a good situation for that, or just taking their level 4, just rank 4 in your summons. And then Preparation of Ritual Rites, just one of the best cards ever. Add 1 level 7 ritual monster from your deck to your hand, and then add 1 ritual spell card from your graveyard to your hand. Gets everything into your hand. Next I have a Solemn Warning, just to stop specials. Bottomless, Blackhorn, Mirror Force, Call of the Haunted, Compulsory Excavation Device. Everything in here is just to keep you safe from everything. Especially these 2, these will keep you safe. And then Call the Haunt is just to keep getting you more stuff, because if you need to use certain levels from your grave and combine it with your hand, you can do that. And then you keep getting off more effects from your lower level monsters to get more Nekrozes to your hand, and you can potentially even go for an OTK. That's why this deck is really just cool. So that's it for the main deck. There's 40 cards total, like I said, and you're going to be looking at, it's not too expensive, probably around $100, I'd say. Abyss Dweller, just because Graves, Wind-Up Zen Mainster, Zubaba General. You're not gonna really need anything. These are just substitutes. Number 10 Luminite. 2 Utopias. You want to throw in Utopia Lightning? Go ahead. That's in case you want to make a 5k beater. Now this the Xyz part of the deck is kind of just there. Now the Synchros do play their purpose in the deck, because with that you just got to use Kaleidoscope right here. With Kaleidoscope that you can keep recycling. Let's say you want to do let me see right here. You want to go for Decisive Armor and you got a Kaleidoscope. Well, that works out great because in this deck I have Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. So the original Decisive Armor plus spell, you get him out and you got a 3.3k beater up on the board. Just like that. That's how. That's why I love this spell. It works really awesome with anything in here, and I have different levels. So I'll show them to you all. From the lowest being the Herald of Arc Light, I run 2 of that. To a Catapult Warrior, which is level 5. 2 Catapult Warriors, level 5, and then I run 1 level 6 Laval Dragoon. A Scrap Dragon. 2 Cloud Castles. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And Ally of Justice of Armor. So that's a 10 right there. They just run really great because you have your 10 right here. You have your 3, which is not, you don't need that. You just discard that one. Your Trishula, which is going to be your 9. Your Unicorn, your Cataster, which is a 5. And yeah, you get everything on the board and you get it all faster. Kaleidoscope is like one of the most useful if you want to get full things out. So that's going to be it for me today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I put some good effort into this deck. I thought it'd be awesome too because of the lot. I got this in the lot, believe it or not. Most of these cards were bought in the lot, so I didn't make it really hardcore with like Solemn everything, strikes everything. You know, any deck could be good with those cards. I just made it really awesome and decent. It looks really beast too. I love the sleeves on it. And thank you very much for watching, and soon I'll post a lot up, another lot, and we'll have more giveaways going as soon as the Elemental Hero one is done. And if you guys want to see more Deck profiles, I have been working on another Cosmo deck I bought recently, so just tell me up on that. And I also got my BAs right here, so you know, just give me a heads up if you guys want to see that. Thanks for showing all your support. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, just comment anything you want to see in the description below. I do read every comment. I do make sure I try to get to everything. Thank you very much, and see you later, guys.